Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Soy la super comadre Claudia de RadioCristalUSA.com. ¿Cómo están todos? Ojalá que todos estén bien. So hi and welcome to the recording of my show, La Super Comadre Claudia of RadioCristalUSA.com. I'm super excited to be here. I'm actually outdoors on the patio of an amazing location here in Houston, Texas. It is a restaurant. It's called Napoli Wine Cafe. If you ever have a chance, you need to come out for, a midweek drink or dinner. Mike Napoli will take care of you, and he's taking care of us today. We're here on the patio. We're having great food. And I'm excited to be here as well for another thing, because I'm recording my show on location from another location, because I'm usually in a car or I'm usually at home. So now I'm out safely out in the patio. And so I'm excited to be here today with two super compadres. One of them is a returning super compadre, and then I have a new super compadre that's joining us today. So I'm excited to bring on two amazing men, two community members, two people that have dedicated their life, sacrifice, either through service or they are out there putting out art and looking for opportunities for La Comunidad to have access to the arts. So I want to bring on a first guest, and they've been waiting so patient. I want to bring on John Gomez. So John Gomez, are you out there?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Welcome.
Hi.
How you
How are
doing?
you? I'm doing
Doing
well. So I'm excited to have you on because I want you to share the history and the information of a true gem, a historic location, a place that has been like the bedrock for so many Latino families, Mexican American families here in Houston, in a very, very historic place, which is Magnolia Park area off of Harrisburg. So John, I'm going to get to you in a little bit, but I also want to say briefly who my other super compadre guest is going to be after you is none other than a returning super compadre. His name is Valdemar Rodriguez, and he is with the Alley Theater, and he has designed the Zócalo advisory board, which is dedicated, it's dedicated to bringing up and bringing out opportunities for La Comunidad, La Gente Hispana, Spanish-speaking community, people that typically maybe don't go to the Alley Theater, to have access to programs, shows, that are tailored to the La Comunidad. And also the advisory board is made of people from the community that come in and they bring in ideas and they come together to these board meetings to say, hey, we got to do this, or have you heard about this? Bringing to the table the voices and the needs that typically might not get always included. And that's why I wanted to have you two on today, because John Gomez, first of all, thank you for your service. You're a Marine. I hear that once a Marine.
always a Marine.
There you go. My brother's a Marine too. So thank you so much for your service. And I want to jump back to you. Please share a little bit. I read your bio, beautiful, extensive bio of everything you've done. But I want the audience to hear from you, John Gomez. Who are you? What are you doing right now with this location? I want you to talk about this location. I want you to bring it up and share the community why this place is so important to you and what you bring to it. So a little bit about you first.
Okay, I'm John Gomez. I've been here in Houston for about 21 years now. Former Marine, did 8 years out of the country. Luckily, I was fortunate enough to work on embassy duty. So I was working at different embassies around the world. Got to work on diplomatic teams. Met a lot of individuals. Actually, I got to work with Clinton, his detailed 3 times, and it was fun. It was fun. After my time in the military, I came back to Houston, started working security, uh, enrolled in UHD downtown, got my bachelor's in political science and my master's in security management for executives.
Uh-huh.
So it's doable.
I know you've done it. You've been there, and what a prestigious, you know, background and everything that you've done. I mean, the Clinton detail for President Clinton, security, that is a lot that has been entrusted in you. So you have been doing this work, and you continue to do so. So I had the chance to do a Dia de los Muertos interview of, people that have gone to the service and had already passed on. And they had a huge altar there, a huge ofrenda about a year ago, last year. And I had a chance to interview some of the people there that oversee this location. So talk a little bit about the American Legion, and it's post 472. 472. And
Yes.
talk about where it's located and why it's so important to support this location. Talk a little bit about the history and what you're bringing into this location now.
So American Legion Post 472. Ever since I got back, for 20 years, I would drive by this building, this blue building, and look over and say, what is that? What do they do there? What is it? I've heard of the American Legion, but that's not for me. Last year, I was introduced by a relative, Elias Gomez, said, hey, come, you're military, come by, check it out, help, see what we're about.
Yeah.
And it's right there off of Harrisburg, off of 76. For all the Latinos out there, it's right next to Don Carlos.
Oh, yes. You mentioned Don Carlos, and people are nowhere to go.
Exactly. It's the blue building right there.
Oh, my God.
I know. I mean, for years, I would drive by there and not know what it was till I finally got introduced. And I kind of got hooked when I got there because I encountered the majority are Vietnam veterans. And as we all know, when they all return, most of them, when they returned from Vietnam, they weren't accepted or treated the way current military are.
Yeah.
So sitting there and listening to them and seeing how could I help the Legion, and I said, well, looking at it, we need to have a website. We need to have more training. We need more involved in the community. We need younger Gulf War veterans. 1 and 2 veterans, Iraq, Afghanistan veterans. I need these guys to be part of the Legion. The main thing was that we do there is funeral detail, which is the honor guard. That in itself is it's very patriotic. Military veteran passes away. They're expecting that they're going to have the 21 gun salute, the taps, and the folding of the flag. Well, it doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes they may have 2 military individuals come out, present the flag. They may just have the funeral director present the flag. So the honor guard has been established. When I first started, there were 15 individuals. Now there are 13. We lost 3 past year.
Okay.
And so my main objective is to try to grow that group. To have every veteran and their family receive that honor.
Yeah.
We do that. We do these ceremonies at the National Cemetery, Pearland, South Park, all over. We basically all over Houston, wherever they call us. Juan Ponce de Leon, he'll call the team and say, hey guys, can y'all make it? Are y'all available? And the majority of us say, yes, we're available, and we make it. I work full time. I managed to take a lunch break, to make it out there to the event. So that's what I'm
John,
really bringing. Yes.
You're still sacrificing and giving back, and when someone loses a family member, and then it's someone that has given so much. I mean, you are elevating that person's life even as after they've passed on. And that is super, super important to remember, to recall, to honor, because you only know, and I only know through the experience of my brother and my dad, who's Army, what it's like to leave your family, to leave your home, to live out of a backpack. You never know where you're going to be sent. You might be given choices, really, but not really. It's where they need you to go. And you're still doing that to this day. What has been, I guess, when you started to think about growing the honor guard, and you want to grow it and get more of the younger vets to come in to support this, what is it how are you going about that? How can we get this message out to those vets? how can Rayo Cristal support you?
Basically, log into the website, Legion 472 HTX. Once again, Legion 472 HTX, Houston, Texas. That is the website that has the information on what we do, the services, burial details, honor guard, and who to contact. So we have a phone number on there. We have email as well on there. Give us a call, send us a text, send us an email, and we'll get you on board.
All right. So
I need more Latinos.
Yeah, keep going. Hold on. We got an emergency going on.
Every day.
Every day, right? Speaking of sacrificing and doing what needs to be done. But repeat again. So go to the website and on the comments of this show, because this show is going to be saved, preserved. You can take it, forward it, share it. Because just as a reminder, for those of you that are listening live right now, we are actually live on RadioCrystalUSA.com as well. So you can listen to us live, and you're watching us live as well on our Facebook page. We are also on YouTube. We also have Twitter. We also have Instagram. So your message is going to be elevated. So we want to make sure that whenever people listen and their ears perk up, that maybe they have a loved one who served and they passed on, and they would love to have this prestigious honor. Tell them again, what's the website and how to contact you to get this service and beyond. You have other services as well.
Yes. So once again, the website is Legion 472 HTX. So those services.
Is it .org? Is it .org or HTX?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And other services. Talk about other services too that are there for the vets and their families.
Okay, so the veterans, the Legion, once again, we have a hall there. We have a hall where we offer that to the families after services. Mm-hmm. We also have a hall for quinceañeras, weddings. It's a small venue, but like I say, it's great. It's great for the area. It's right there on 76. It's good for the community. We also have dinners. We raise. Hey, I think the emergency is coming my way.
I think they're going to you, huh?
You must be near downtown.
I am.
So we provide a lot of services to where we raise funds for scholarships for local high school kids. We raise funds. We have bake sales. We have dances. And at some point, I am going to do CPR training there. Okay. So at one point, that's going to be one of my contributions to the community. Along with that, we'll do some hurricane preparedness training, maybe some blood drives. It's a great location for everyone that's in the Edo area, mm-hmm. that's on the southeast side, anywhere between Gulf Gate, Harrisburg, U of H, to come down here and help out.
Yes, and you just mentioned, we're all about families. We're all about gatherings, and you do have a perfect venue. We just pulled it up right now. Our program manager, Liliana, pulled up your amazing, website, and it has a picture of the Blue Building. Before COVID, I had the chance to enjoy a Dia de los Muertos festival out there. I remember there was a stage. I remember once I went by and there was a food drive. There were handing out hot dog dinners, I believe, to the community. There was music playing outdoors too while people were driving by, because it was at the height of COVID, where everybody stayed in your car. People were masked up, gloves on, and just handing out food to the vets, to those vets that are older, and they need sometimes la mano, la ayuda. So, Do you speak a little bit in Spanish, John?
Sí, más o menos.
Muy bien, okay. I just want you to share un poquito en español. ¿Dónde está este lugar? ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Y qué es el servicio que ustedes tienen para las personas que pues fueron parte del ejército, ¿verdad? Así es que di un poquito, ¿verdad? De dónde se localiza. ¿Qué es el servicio que tienen para las personas que ya han fallecido, necesitan este honor? ¿Y cómo se pueden contactar contigo y para este tipo de servicio?
So, mi español es más o menos porque no lo practico como antes.
It's okay. You can do it bilingual or it's Spanglish.
It's Spanglish. So, el American Legion está en las calles 66 en Harrisburg. Es cruzando la calle está Don Carlos,
El Don Carlos restaurante.
el restaurante, que siempre estoy ahí.
Ajá.
Pero todos somos veteranos. Yo soy el más menor, los demás son del Vietnam era y somos veteranos para la comunidad. Tenemos un programa que hacemos
Los honores, creo que son
los
con los
honores,
honores. Ajá.
los, los honores para las familias de los veteranos. Um, Cuando pasan muchos veteranos, no les
Ofre-
ofrecen el honor
Ujú.
que reciben, that they received, that they should receive.
Sí, que deben de recibir el honor de haber estado en el ejército como los Marines o el Army o el Navy, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Y,
Y,
y
en nuestro grupo hacemos eso, y vamos y presentamos el honor para la familia, y también tenemos el hall, donde está ahí en la calle 66,
sí.
donde la familia puede venir y tener su tiempo.
Ujú.
Vamos a hacer esto por muchos años. Comenzamos con 15, con 16, ahora tenemos 13 personas que hacen esto.
Okay.
Y lo que quiero decir es que quiero más gente, más veteranos que están allí, que sean del Gulf War, de Irak, Afganistán, lo que sea.
Sí.
Si eres veterano, si son veteranos, necesito la ayuda de Dios para continuar este programa.
Ujú.
Es todo volunteer,
Son de
uh,
voluntarios, sí.
voluntario. No le pedimos nada para la familia.
Okay.
Ellos los llaman y si tenemos tanta gente, y si tenemos 2 personas, también lo hacemos. Pero si tenemos todos los 7 personas para el rifle, los 2
Ajá.
para la bandera y uno para el TAPS,
Ujú.
perfecto, es mejor.
Wow. Y te iba a preguntar, entonces, en total se requiere como 6, 7, 8, 9, como 10 personas juntas para cada servicio.
Sí.
Sí, ok.
Y hay veces que hacemos 2, posible 3 servicios en un día, en el mismo
Wow.
lugar.
Ok.
Um, el, el próximo que hicimos estaba caliente.
Oh, hasta con la
Estaba muy,
calor tiene que estar
sí,
allí.
con el
Sí,
calor
sí.
y como digo, los otros veteranos que están allí, well, son de el Vietnam era.
Ah, la mayor edad, ya.
Sí,
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 entonces hay que traer más jóvenes para poder hacer ese trabajo.
sí. Es duro, pero es rewarding.
Sí, 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 cómo no. And I'm going to flip it back to English because you're actually segueing now into a question I had with you is what has been the most, I guess, rewarding or touching um, honor that you've had the chance to be a part of? You know, what is there one particular that comes to mind?
Um, well, most of the flag details,
Mm-hmm.
um, presenting the flag to a family is it's hard,
Yeah.
but that's the most rewarding.
Yes. Yes. Wow. So that must be the most, I mean, especially seeing family members, the kids, grandkids, you know, being there, part of that, you know, that honor.
Yes, especially since we don't know them. We
Yeah.
don't know them from
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah.
It's just a veteran and their family, and
Yeah. Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. That amazing work that you're doing. And what are, so you said you're going to have, you have the hall available. If someone wants to have a quinceañera, maybe they want to have a party, maybe they want an event, how do they go about that? Is that on the same page? Is that
Yes,
another location? Who's the contact person for that?
that's going to be it's going to be on the website. It's still on the
Uh-huh.
website. Location, just contact us. And Robert Rocha or Ponce de Leon, their
Okay.
information is on there. Just email them, text them, call them, and they'll give you the information.
All right. All right. So what about you? What have your experiences been? Have you used the location yourself, like for an event?
Not
Just
yet.
wondering.
Not yet. I just help out with the whatever handiwork they need there, and any services, any details that we have, any honor guards, flag presentations. Veterans Day, Memorial Day type of things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, when you said you got to Houston 21 years ago, right? It's been 21 years. So
Yes.
21 years ago, you landed here in Houston, and are you living near the location, or how did you get connected? Because I mean, this is a historical place. I think it's in the talks for a historical landmark. I'm not sure. You know, what was the connection? How did you end up bringing yourself to that location, to a place that needs you?
Well, like I say, I've been going by there for years, and I'm not really from that area. 'Cause majority of the veterans there are from the Magnolia Second Ward area, which I'm like, I'm not from here. I kind of grew up on the Belfort and Broadway side.
Wow. Okay. So Belford and Broadway. Broadway.
Yeah. So
All right. So
it's a whole different culture.
yeah, it is. It is. So so seeing that you're straddling, you're bringing in the Facebook page, you're bringing in technology. What are your, where do you see maybe 5 years from now? What are your goals for the little blue place in 5 years from now? What are your top three things you wish you want this to grow into?
Well, definitely, I want more people to be aware of it. Be
Okay.
aware that we're there. You're right. It's historical. It's there. It's for the community. It's mainly for the Latinos.
Yeah.
Going back for 100 years, the Legion has been there, and at one point, they only referred to it as the Mexican post,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
um, because everybody from the area
Yeah.
is Latino, but I didn't
Yeah.
think they're all Mexican.
Yeah, I know. But we all got clumped in one group. So
Yes, yeah, exactly. And so that's what I want to do. I want to expand it not just to that region, but all of the inner loop. Uh, I want everyone in there. I don't just want those Latinos, but I want the whole community. All of I want
yes,
Houston.
there you go.
So that's my main thing. The second, I want definitely need help, and I want more assistance on the technology aspect of it. Uh,
Okay.
and third, for everyone to come out and enjoy, and just enjoy it and understand. And uh, I would say I want everyone to fully understand what these veterans have done for the country.
Mm,
A lot of people kind of often forget. They rather focus on the Kardashians or
mm,
on the Astros, the Texans, and the
yeah.
Cowboys,
Yeah.
but they forget
What?
that these
What?
guys.
Wait. I'll let
Okay,
that
Tom
slide.
Brady.
I'll let that slide for right now.
But they kind of forget what the veterans did and how they were treated during that time period.
So
So that's what I
true.
want to focus on.
So true. So you're talking about connection. You're talking about the history, the historical factors of this location, and knowing that when veterans came back, you're right. Not only were they shunned because of a war that maybe wasn't popular, but then they were shunned for who they are, their heritage, and this was like a light of like a lighthouse, like a beacon of light for many Mexican American Latino families that needed, some support, that needed political support, that needed some financial support, and you're still there, and I love the idea of bringing voice, bringing technology, bringing all that, so that people people have access to this. And so, do you have, like, if someone wants to, help, volunteer with IT, do they join? Do they have to have been a veteran? Can it be someone that's not a veteran? What are the prerequisites for someone that wants to help out, but maybe they're not a veteran? Is that okay?
Yes, by all means.
The petition.
So,
Okay.
so on that, if somebody wants to help out, they can email me. They can contact me, and my number is 713-298-2611. So once again, 713-298-2611. You can send me a text, and we'll be in contact. But to be on honor guard and to help out at the Legion, we prefer that they join the American Legion,
Okay.
national organization, which is the fee is very minute, but
Okay.
the cause is big.
Okay, it is. It really is. So to volunteer, I want to help with IT. I want to, come in, do some electrical wiring for you guys. You don't need to have, status with having served. But if you want to be part of the honor guard, then of course, then you have to make sure you have served. Correct? Did I get that right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then you're located in Edo, so you're gonna have some people upset because
I
they're
did my
like,
research.
"What do you mean, Edo?"
Yes, I know. El
Oh
Edo,
my
Edo.
gosh. Yes, el Edo. So real quick, John, I just wanted to just say, I wanted to give a shout out to people that showed up here. I'm down. I don't know where you're at, but I'm over here at Napoli's Wine Cafe on 4601 Washington. So if you're hungry, you're still, you need to get something to eat, come on down. I'll be here until about 7. And I have someone that came out. I had Dr. Lira, Sergio Lira used to be on the board. And then I have someone here that dropped by. Her name is Teresa Trevino. And I just wanted to come and sit next to me real quick and just kind of give a little quick shout out. All right, come over here, Teresa. So I'm gonna put you close to my mic, and let me go ahead and unplug it. So can you hear us?
Yes.
All right. So I just want to just say hi. This could be a good connection too, because she is running for a position. Just briefly tell John and the audience who you are and what position you're running for.
Hi, I am running for the 280th. My name is Teresa Trevino, and the 280th is our protective order court here in Harris County. It's a county-wide seat, and we need some representation in the courts. It's important that we have people who understand our family dynamic and who can make that part of making good orders that fit our families, because right now we just don't have enough of it. And so I look forward to coming to more of your events and meeting some of you guys. And so hopefully I'll see you at the next event. I plan to be with you guys on Thursday coming up. And so that'll be fun to see some of you maybe. And hopefully we get to talk more and I get to earn your support over this next year. My election is going to be the primaries in May of 2022. And again, my name is Teresa Trevino. Thank you guys so much.
So if you're listening right now, especially you, John is a USMC, and he is a veteran, and he has an amazing job, or not job, but this passion work of bringing, elevating post 472, which is a very historical post off of Harrisburg. That was literally called the Mexican post for the Latinos who served in the military, and they came back, and that was a beacon of hope and light for them in the comunidad and Edo, what is actually el segundo barrio. And so, and John Gomez has had this vision, and he's already started off in offering like the honor guard services for when people are passed on, and he's rounding up people to come and give that honor, like the taps, like the gun salute, right?
Yeah, 21 guns.
And having give the family the flag. And so what he's working on right now is bringing in people who can do that honor, who have served and were unable to do that. And also he's like looking at volunteers. If you're good at IT, you're good at putting some sheetrock up, you're good at just bringing ideas to the location, and just turning it, or elevating it and enhancing it so it becomes again that really shiny beacon of light and hope for the families and the community. And I love what he said. It's for everyone. He wants to make sure that everyone who's around, he's talked about like it's there near U of H, it's there near so many locations, the Golf Gate area, so many people that can come out and benefit. And he said, don't forget, Dear Quinceañeras here.
That's right.
They have an amazing location. And for the people who they do the honor for the veteran who's passed on, they offer the hall to the family for afterwards. So they have a chance to come together and celebrate and elevate their loved one that passed on. So I think y'all should connect.
Yes, absolutely. That's awesome.
A lot of stuff that I can see happening.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Thank you for your service, and thank you for continuing to serve, because it sounds like you're continuing to be a person who's making sure that you meet the needs of the community, and I think that's important.
Yes.
So yeah, absolutely. We should get in touch.
All right. So you heard from this amazing candidate who's out there getting you to vote, and make sure you get involved with the voting, because it's so important to get involved in voting. Period. Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye. Good night, guys.
All right. So, John, I'm going to go ahead and change my lighting here because it's gotten dark out here. So I think it's better now, like that. Okay, that's better. All right. So let me go back to putting in my little earplug. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So Thank you. Bye. So I would love, for you to come out. Earlier, I recorded a show for the National Hispanic Professional Organization, and it's NHPO for short, the acronym. And we have a huge networking event happening next week. So if, put it out there, invite, la comunidad to come out. That could be a place for you to also, if you want to come by, set up a little area, talk about, the location, get maybe business, because it's all about businesses that are going to be out there networking. You can out there, and there's a lot of businesses that have people that just want to do good and give back to the community. You never know. You might find your IT person. You might find someone that can come in and support you with that vision that you have for Post 472, the little blue building. That's a gem.
Yeah.
So don't go. We're gonna bring on my next super compadre, which is Valdemar Rodriguez, and then I'm gonna talk to him. Have him share, what he has for the community, and I'm gonna bring you here at the end together so that we can close it out.
Sounds good.
All right,
Sounds
John. So don't go anywhere. We'll bring you right back. Super compadre Liliana, ¿cómo estás? ¿Dónde está mi otro super compadre? ¿Ya lo encontraste?
Claro que sí, comadre, aquí andamos.
A ver, ¿dónde está Valdemar? ¿Dónde se encuentra mi amigo?
Vamos a buscarlo. Creo que anda en el Alley Theater.
Oh, is that where he's at? There he is. How are you, Valdemar Rodríguez?
Bien, buenas noches, comadres. Pues emocionado de estar aquí. I'm very excited. Thank you so much for the invitation. It's always a pleasure to come out here and share with you, our latest updates in the creative world. So yes.
I love it. So I'm excited for you to share, because I have the honor, I've been blessed to be part of El Zócalo and the little piece that I can, which is elevating you bouncing off ideas, me like, yes, let's do that. Like, put me down. Tell us, because this is a dream of yours. El Zócalo was about connecting la comunidad to the alley, but also the alley connecting to la comunidad. It's a two-way thing.
That's correct. But before I go into it, I just want to tell John Gomez, thank you so much for your services. Yes. And I appreciate everything that you have said, and whatever I can do to help your mission, you can count on me, and how we can bring the arts together to further, be a part of your world and help you, take care of the needs of our community. So I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you once again for your services. And
yes.
Y comadre, bueno, pues I have a lot of announcements. I don't even know where to start, but
my gosh, go for it.
Well, first of all, and Comadre Claudia, thank you so much for coming and taking a seat at the table, because that's what we are all about at the Alley Theater with the El Zócalo initiative. And for everybody, all the viewers, Claudia has been so instrumental in supporting us in so many ways with the public relations and marketing and suggestions, and being part of the posadas, and being part of all the different groups, the different projects that we have done since I've been there almost 2 years ago. So thank you, Comadre, for always being there and your support. And today I'm excited to announce that our project that's connected with the National Hispanic Heritage Month, which is just around the corner, is actually days away. Yes. We applied at the Alley Theater for a grant called the Big Read, the National Endowment for the Arts Big Read. And we are one of 70 national nonprofit organizations that received this grant. And with this grant, the beauty about this grant is it's a project where they have different books that they select from different authors. And it's a small roster of books. And one of those books is The House on Mango Street by celebrated author Sandra Cisneros. Yes.
I gotta cheer for that. Because when you're done, I have a little story about that book.
Yes, and so this book, they give us the task, or the ultimate goal is to bring the city together to experience a communal reading experience that's to start dialogue, to start conversations. And with it, we have talleres, which is workshops, just a community cuentos y charlas discussions. We have workshops that deal with taking excerpts from the book and putting them in real life scenarios, like a mini Educa Teatro is we create these scenes with the different participants, and then how you be an actor and portray one of these characters from the book, both on theater and both for the movies. We have Educa Teatro and Educación. I'll go a little bit more in detail into those programs, but the point is that we're using workshops and events to be able to promote us taking this book and really reading and having these discussions. And to tell you a little bit about the book, again, it's called The House on Mango Street, and basically tells the story of this 12-year-old young girl, Esperanza Cordero, 12 years old, and her perspective of growing up in the 80s in Chicago in an urban vecindad. You know, in this book, she has it all breaking down to different chapters about how she sees her neighbors, how she sees the different people, the working class in her neighborhood, the touches issues on gender roles, like the men versus the women, and who works, who doesn't work, and all these things that deal with us as Latinos, and touching on machismo, just anything you can possibly think of about the Latino culture, experience, traditions, heritage. There's a little bit of everything in this through the perspective of a young 12-year-old girl. And we are super excited. It's called the NEA, which is National Endowment for the Arts, Big Read, Ali Theater El Zócalo. And I just want to share with you, I want to share with you first, I'm going to share the book so that you could see, the book right here is, you can see it, she said The House on Mango Street.
By Sandra
Cisneros. But check this out.
Oh my gosh.
It was translated in Spanish, so we're doing it in both languages. And look at this. Can you, La Casa en el Mango Street, when I received my copy in Spanish, it gave me chills, because it really tells me that how blessed we are to be able to have one of our own authors, to be able to share something that my dad can pick up and read, that my mother, my sister, and my mother, if she was alive, she would have totally enjoyed reading this book. But so this is how we connect and start the different issues and themes that are in the book. And so
expansive.
I'm here today. What I want to share with you is that we have a calendar of events right here.
I love that. Look at that. That's like a big old bookmark. And how can I get one? And where can we go as like a person that that's not on the board? Where can they go get all this information? Because I want to tell you, The House on Mango Street, the first time I came across that book was I was in college, in the Mexican American Studies program at the University of Houston under the direction of Tacho Mendiola. If it wasn't for me having a minor in Mexican American Studies, I would have never known that there were people who were Latinas that wrote books.
No, well, I will tell you, but before I tell you the website of where you could go to register, get all this information, me gustaría compartir esto para nuestra gente, para nuestra audiencia que nos está escuchando y pues para en nuestro lenguaje nativo, obviamente. Quiero decir que este proyecto es un proyecto donde estamos invitando a la comunidad que lea este libro, La Casa en Mango Street, donde vamos a aprender muchísimas cosas de la perspectiva de una niña, una joven de 12 años, viviendo en una vecindad en los 80s en Chicago y viendo las diferentes, desde los vecinos, las niñas y los compañeros que van con ella a la escuela, los papás, las mamás, diferente gente, aspectos que toca en nuestra cultura, nuestras tradiciones, y eso nos ayuda a comenzar esas conversaciones que obviamente nos comienzan a moldar y tenemos unas conversaciones más profundas. Ahora, este libro nos va a ayudar a poder tener conversaciones con nuestros hijos y con nuestros padres, gente de nosotros, de nuestra generación, pues vamos a poder conectar con nuestros padres, nuestros abuelitos, y al igual con nuestros hijos. Es más, nuestros hijos con los abuelos, ¿verdad? Entonces, qué bonito es de poder tener esta oportunidad de leer este libro y luego ir a los talleres que vamos a ofrecer. Vamos a ofrecer talleres y ahorita les puedo explicar un poquito más. Pero pueden ir. I'm now going to switch back to English.
Yes, because
Uh,
that's the beauty. That's the beauty. I love it.
See, so you can go to alleytheater.org/NEA Big Read. Y lo voy a decir,
TRE.
AlleyTheater.org/NEABIGREAD. Go to the
Ándale,
website. You'll
ándale.
be able to register for all these events.
Okay.
Now, let me just share something that has just been so exciting, and how we, as the Alley Theater, have consistently been out there for the community, have created changes in our theater to be able to make productions accessible. In this book,
Oh.
the way we are connecting this to one of our productions, I'll tell you what production that is momentarily, is that in the house on Mango Street, they put a they put a huge emphasis on the family unity. Why?
Mm.
Because in Latino, that's, and other races, obviously, but in this book, the Latino, it tells you how precious that family unity is. And
Mm-hmm.
so when we connect that to a production that we're having in October
Yes.
called 72 Miles to Go,
Oh.
all of a sudden you make this connection. 72 Miles to Go is a wonderful story written by Hillary Betis, who's a Latina writer, and she wrote the story. And 72 is the distance between Nogales and Arizona, and how this
Wow.
one family is split,
Mm.
is divided because of deportation. This story is wonderful, and I want to let everybody know to go to these workshops. When you go to these workshops, you are going to get your flyer, and we're going to be giving a code so that you can go and enjoy 72 Miles to Go at 50% off.
Oh my
That is
goodness.
that is our way, comadre, de
Yes.
decirle a nuestra gente que este teatro es para ustedes. This theater is for
Mm-hmm.
you. Our
Mm-hmm.
productions are made for you, to introduce you to live presentations, live performances. And the beauty about this is that it's an all Latino cast.
That
And
is
it's just
amazing.
incredible. My hat's off to our Alley staff and leadership for making this happen, for creating this programming, and for advancing, just the educational workshops through the Big Read
Yes.
project. Y estamos bien
Wow.
emocionados y de poder. I'm getting a little soundtrack in the back.
Yeah, we got some excitement.
Yes,
They
yes.
heard about it. They're like, what?
There you go. So we want for you to go to the website, look at 72 Miles to Go. Please participate in the talleres. As you have seen, if you go to the website, you'll see all the different dates and the times. I want to go ahead and tell you 3 signature events.
Yes.
Where you are invited. And if you're able to attend in person, I ask you to do so. And if not, you can do so in the safety and the privacy of your own home, because it's going to also be a virtual through Facebook. Y son 3
Oh.
cuentos y charlas. The first one
Yes.
is going to be Her House on Mango Street, and that's the perspective of the Latinas, their perspective, and all the different themes that are part of the house on Mango Street. The second Cuentos y Charlas is where we're going to be making a connection with 72 Miles to Go. We're going to be talking to the
Okay.
writer, the director, who's a
Wow.
Latino director, and be able to talk to some of the Latino actors, and be
Yes.
able to read some of the parts of 72 Miles to Go, and then talk about the connection with Sandra Cisneros' The House on Mango Street. And finally, the very last event that puts everything together is the book discussion, led by none other than the author herself, Sandra
Sandra Cisneros.
Cisneros,
Oh.
November the 8th.
Oh
Yes, so
my
please,
gosh.
it's going to be, and let me just tell you something.
Yes.
All of this program is free for you.
Free. Okay.
Free for your members. Free.
I was going to ask you because these are amazing. I'm in education, so I'm going to be forwarding this to all of my educator friends, teachers, librarians, principals, everyone, because this author reflects the majority of the students in the Texas public school system. The Texas public school system is made up of majority Latinos and then African American kids, and they need to have access and they need to be connected to writers that look and sound like them, have been through the struggle, know what the struggle is, and have that success story. And to see this book on stage be endorsed by NEA, the National Endowment of the Arts, to be embraced by the alley theater. But how does that happen? When we participate, when we connect with one another, when we either create the table or pull up a chair at the table, elbow ourselves in there, because our voice and our experiences is what opens up the alley to what we need. And then that's how we get that two-way street going. So amazing.
Comadre, you're absolutely right. And that is the component. If we build it, they will come. That's what they say. And so we're building it. We need you to come. We need you to participate.
Yes.
That way you can tell us what you liked about the production. What are the productions? What are the talleres, workshops?
Exactly.
Do you want or do you need? The
know.
Zocalo Advisory Committee, all these members come to the table and they are able to express their voice. And so we now, these programs like the NEA Big Read, Alley Theater, Zocalo, were created with their voices, which are your voices. And
Our
so
voices.
we want you
Exactly.
Register and tell us that you want these programs.
Now,
if you don't
we only have a few minutes left, but I want for you to tell people about the what's coming up next Wednesday, where people can go in person if they feel safe enough. What is happening next Wednesday? And talk about the location too. Super important.
Yes, so next Wednesday, it's our official. First of all, it's going to be Wednesday, September the 15th, the first day of National Hispanic Heritage Month. Woo! And we are doing our big kickoff. We are going to be giving away close to 1,000 books of the House of Mangos, English or in Spanish, for you, your family, your kids, or your students. If you're a teacher, you have students, you want them to participate. We're going to be doing the book distribution at Blanca's Cafe, and it's in the heart of Easton, Houston. And we're going to be giving popcorn and mango snow cones and a free book. Now, if you don't want to get off, you can drive in. We're going to have music. We'll go in there and give you the book. And then you take the book, read it, and then we're going to give you also the flyer, or you can go online and get the flyer as well. That way you can start registering. You read the book, and then you come to these workshops already knowing a little bit. Now, we're not asking you to read the whole thing, but read a couple of chapters, get to know the author, get to know the stories, because that's going to be very, very important for you to enjoy and maximize the book discussions. Yes.
Love it.
Please,
you know me,
please.
I'm all about that. So I cannot wait to share it, to put it out there, to make sure that people know about this event and can join, bring their families, get that book. If you don't want to get down, I get it. You want us to continue practicing, social distancing, just to drive by and pick up that book. Oh my gosh, I have one with the original cover. The one you're showing is the one that's the newest cover. But when I was in college, I had the chance to get the one with the first cover, I believe.
Wow. Then don't forget to bring it.
Yes, I'm going to bring mine.
So she could sign it, because she's going to be there signing them. And
Wait, she's going to be there next week?
No, she's going to be there on November the 8th.
November the 8th. Okay. Hold on. Let me write it on my book right now. I'm putting it in my calendar, November 8th, because I want her to sign my original college copy.
There you go.
The house on Mango
Street. And again, I want to re-emphasize, the 72 Months to Go, written by Hilary Betis and directed by Jose Sayas. What a wonderful to be able to have these Latino creatives to be part of such a wonderful project. Yes. And you can enjoy that by coming to these events and getting the promo code and really going out there and really enjoying what it is to go to a live theater, live performances, and seeing something super duper amazing. So I encourage you to go into the website and be able to register. Please know that when you register, that's for us to already start sending you other workshops, other events. Right now, you're hearing us in La Super Comadre show, but once we ever get your information, we'll send you more of these free events, send you more opportunities, ticket discounts. ¿Por qué? Porque this is your theater. The Alley Theater is your theater. Es tu teatro. So estamos emocionados. Nuestro teatro. Sí, como dice aquí atrás, el Zócalo no puede ver, pero es el teatro. And if you are seeing this, you could get this and you could register and be a part of our Facebook.
Scan it and get connected.
Sí,
all
sí,
right.
Claro que
so
sí.
We're down to like a few, 5-10 minutes left, and I wanted to bring in John Gomez because you guys, I see something in the future, maybe at his location. I see some communication. Like you said, I am all about connecting, collaborating, community, communicating. That's what I'm about. And I am super excited to have both of you on. John Gomez, you are officially now a super compadre. You're part of the Radio Crystal USA family. Whatever it is that we need to post, to elevate, to show, to share, always reach out to us. Now you know Valdemar Rodriguez, a pillar in the community as well. Big connection with, the Alley Theater, El Zócalo. He single-handedly put together this advisory board to make sure that our voice was at the table. And John, you are single-handedly as well making sure that there is a voice for Post 472. So I see amazing things, collaborations in the future between you guys. And I and Liliana and RadioCrystalUSA.com are here to support, to share, to connect, to collaborate, and elevate. So I want to ask each of you a question. And because I'm getting you ready to be on my Passion Project speaker series in the future, I had part 1 last year, and what I did is I curated a group of about 14 leaders in their own right, whether it's business, whether it's service, whether it's radio, TV, arts, music, legal, lawyers. I brought in about 14 people, one at a time, to speak to students online, where I'm working with students on how to present themselves, how to ask questions, how to be confident with their voice and their message, like as loud and be as loud as that motorcycle. So what I asked each person that came on to my speaker series, the question is, what is your passion? What was your passion when you were growing up? And did that turn into your livelihood? And if not, and maybe you chose something else, but do you still practice your passion? And also sharing with the students that in reaching anything that you wanted, your goal, your dream, your passion, that sometimes we don't always share the downsides and the challenges. But I always focus on my presenters telling the students, tell them how you were challenged. Tell them that experience, because that experience in itself is gold for these students who need to know that they can still be successful despite the ups and downs, despite the challenges, despite the doors being slammed in their face, that life and goals still go. Maybe they take a different turn, but you just keep going. So I'll give you a few minutes, but then I'll think about that passion of yours. What is your passion? What gets you going? And share a little bit about it. I'll give you about maybe 2 minutes each because we're almost at the end, or 3. All right.
Valdemar?
Go, John. Share what is your passion? What gets you motivated and going every single day?
So I'm gonna go way back. Back when I was little, we would some friends of mine would ride the bus, the Leland 35 bus into downtown, and I would look up and say, "Man, look at those buildings! Man, look how tall they are! That's pretty cool." You know what? One day I'm gonna work in there. One day I'm gonna be in there. And fast forward, now I have 13 high-rise buildings that I'm kind of I oversee for emergency response. Statistics. I was statistics in high school. I couldn't read, write. I was one of the guys that they pushed through. And now I have my master's, and I'm focusing on getting my PhD. So my passion is to teach that we can do it. The kids can do it. We just need a little bit of help in saying this is the path you got to go.
Yes.
So that's my teaching moment.
Oh my gosh, thank you. You are officially now part of the Passion Project Speaker Series. So get ready. I will send you an invitation and I will Zoom you in, because kids need to hear the stories. They see you as successful, USMC, now PhD, future PhD candidate. I mean, they need to see that just because they might have struggled in school, whatever, that doesn't mean it's over. You still keep going, and you are the epitome and you're living it. And kids need to see and hear this.
The struggles are building blocks. That's how we learn. That's how we see the world.
I'm writing it down. Struggles are building blocks. Okay, I'm gonna have to put your name next to this before I say it's mine.
Hashtag.
Hashtag. I love it. I love it.
Real quick, let me send a shout out because the guys are gonna know. They want
of course.
So a shout out to Elias Gomez, United States Air Force, Paul Perez, United States Marines, AJ Benavides, United States Navy. Nat Corona, Army. Isaac Peña, United States Navy. Juan Ponce de Leon, Army. Juan Torres, United States Air Force. Joe Fernandez, Army. Vincent Torres, United States Marines. Roy Chapa, Marines. Robert Rocha, Army. Robert Cervantes, Army. And myself, United States Marine, John Gomez. That is our honor guard detail as of now.
Woo! Beautiful. Thank you so much. And please, on behalf of RadioCristiusa.com, let them know that we thank them for their service and thank them for the continuation of their services of honoring those at their gravesite as after they have passed on. Thank you.
And thank you, guys.
Oh my gosh. So I got chills. So Valdemar, you're up. What is your
Well,
passion? What gets you going every day?
Well, I my birthday is in December, so it's Sagittario. And for those of you that know Sagittarius, we're dreamers. We always are. We're always dreaming about big things, and that's one thing about me, que siempre ha tenido sueños grandes, and having that to know that I can dream and having a wonderful mother, que en paz descanse mi madre, who would always say, you can do it, whatever you want, you can do it. No te venzas. And I take after her. We were very stubborn. Where
Yes.
she would say, cuando alguien te dice que no lo puedes hacer, when someone tells you you can't do that, then you go, watch me, prove them. Éramos tercos, yo y mi mamá. Y siempre, so I actually, as I grew up, I found out that a lot of people would just tell you, no, that's not going to happen. You can't do that. They were so negative. And I actually would, the fact that I enjoyed hearing that is because I was like, let me prove it. Let me prove to you that I can. And so just that opportunity that to show someone that if they don't believe in you, you believe in yourself, you dream, you can make things happen. Y gracias a Dios, in the journey of my life, I've heard so many people say you can't do it, which gave me the opportunity to say, well, let me prove you that I can. And it has taken time, but a lot of big milestones, greatest milestones that I've accomplished and I've reached have been because my mom told me that no te venzas, you
Yes.
gotta, be stubborn and just prove them wrong. You can do it. And
There you
so
go.
so I look at that. I don't get disappointed when some folks say, well, that's impossible. How can you do that? You're just one person. Or wait a minute, that's only if you have a lot of money. That can only happen if you have a lot of money. Not da, da, da. So to me, it's like, no, it can happen. And so any of the young people that are watching or they see this broadcast, please know that continue dreaming, make things happen. You can make things happen in any industry. So
Yes.
that's what
Yes.
drives me.
Thank you, Valdemar. Thank you for those words. Thank you for sharing your passion. Both of you, John and Valdemar, I am just honored to be in your presence. I'm honored to be walking my path on this planet at this moment. So anything that you need from me, let me know. I will always be here in supporting in any manner that I can. So my super comadre Liliana, where are you?
I'm right here behind the scenes, en los controles, comadre, como siempre.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. So, we're going to close it out with you. What's your passion?
My passion is teaching. I love teaching.
So,
I've been an educator for, let me
uh-huh.
see, 27 years, probably 21.
27 years in education.
27
Okay, you hear
years.
me?
And I love it. And also music, which it moves every cell of my body. It touches, it makes me.
Wow.
Yeah.
You are music, and you are so dedicated, and you probably set the number of years that you're in education that I've known this person that's just sat next to me. I just want to give a shout out to this wonderful, amazing person. I'm going to put her on the camera. She
Okay.
just walked in. But speaking of education and my passion, this is one of my students that I taught when you were in kindergarten and first grade.
Wow.
So tell my audience, listening audience, what your name is, and we just reconnected. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Sadie, and I recently reconnected with, I know her as Miss Macias. You guys know her as Miss Comadre. So I recently met her at one of our Houston Millennial events, which is really amazing. And right now I am actually studying for accountant, and I'm just so happy to be able to reconnect with elementary school teacher right here.
So I'm so proud of her. She's still going to school. She already graduated once, going to school again, and she is just furthering her studies. And nothing brings me joy and reminds me of my passion with education than seeing my students come back and they're like, oh my gosh, and they're sharing, those that, what they're doing. They're already grown. They started, they went to school, started their careers, started their families, started their lives. And
She could be one of your speakers too.
She is. Oh, she doesn't know that yet, but I already been thinking on my list because there's no better way than people that were part of my little chickadees that are now out of the nest and doing their thing to come back to the ones that I work with and tell them their story and their passion and their challenges and how they've overcome them and continue their path and their journey. So
awesome.
This has been fun. Wow. So to all that are listening today and all that are listening in the future, don't forget that La Super Comadre Claudia, it comes on again, it airs again Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning and again at 10 o'clock at night. And also you can follow us, like us, share us, subscribe to us, friend us. We're on LinkedIn, we're on YouTube, we're on, where are we on? Instagram, Facebook.
Every platform you can think of.
Probably the bathroom wall. No, just kidding.
Before we go, comadre, we need to remember of a special date in November. I mean, this month. There's going to be a huge event. And I would like for Valdemar to tell us about. Let me show you. Let me share with everyone.
My earbud.
Look at this, comadre. Look at what we're going to have here in Houston.
Oh, so Valdemar, so tell us. I've only heard a little bit here and there. So tell us a little more information about this.
Sí, claro que sí. Y saludos, compadre Liliana. Pues, muchas gracias. I
am going to be there, and you will not recognize me.
Well, you're passionate about music. This is going to be something wonderful for all the folks that love mariachi music, especialmente para ti, chula. It's going to take place the Houston Mariachi Festival on September the 25th. I am honored to have been asked to MC the event, so I will be there and showcasing Mariachi Siete Leguas and the Rio Grande Valley, the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley Folkloric a group is also going to be performing. And wow, it's going to be super amazing. This is a tribute to a Mexican icon, a music icon, Jose Alfredo Jimenez, and his son, Jose Alfredo Jimenez Jr. will be in attendance receiving this recognition.
Oh, so that's amazing.
Algo bonito. If you're the person that sits there singing El Rey y las canciones de Juan Gabriel y Vicente Fernández, you're going to totally enjoy this wonderful concert. And,
oh my gosh.
Please, there's going to be all the events for the Houston Mariachi Festival as well as the alley. Mm-hmm. We're going to be taking COVID protocol for those folks that come on site, and you're invited to come and enjoy wonderful music. You can dress up as wonderful as you want with anything cultural, tradicional, folclórico, hermoso. Claro que sí. Sí, todos, you can go to the HoustonMariachiFestival.org and get more information. Follow us on Facebook. And,
va a ser en la Fondren, ahí está, bien cerquita.
Houston Baptist University, okay.
Yes, and tickets are almost like 80% sold. So there's a few spots left, and so please, get your tickets, and we'll see you there. Thank you so much for reminding us about that.
Yes, bueno, comadre.
Y no se lo vayan a perder, por favor, no se lo vayan a perder por nada del mundo.
No, don't, please. That's el 25 de septiembre es un sábado. So I love that we're closing with a super compadre, which is Jose Alfredo Jimenez. I mean, he's like the super composer, super musician, que en paz descanse, and to have none other than the son to come and receive this
Sí.
reconocimiento.
Sí, one last quick announcement. We
Yes.
are having a solo competition for those of you that love to sing. Liliana, I know you're one of those individuals that love to sing. Si te gusta cantar mariachi and you want to do a submission, a virtual submission, we are going to be awarding first, second, and third prize at the competition as well.
Nice.
I mean, excuse me, at the
Okay.
festival. So
Okay.
if go ahead and connect with La Super Comadre through Facebook or whatever, and they'll make sure that we get the submissions, and
There you go.
and you can participate that way.
All right. Well, thank you so much,
Excellent.
Valdemar. Thank you so much, John. I really, really enjoyed having you on. And Comadre Liliana, final words as we say adios.
Well, we want to thank our sponsors, all our sponsors. We want to thank
Mwah.
you for being part of Radio Crystal USA for 5 years. Thank you to BAMSA Global. Thank you to San Miguel Event Hall. I have them in my head, but I'm gonna have a video at the end of this show so you can see
All right.
all of our sponsors.
All right, my friends.
Okay.
So, cuídense, ámense. Aquí están los sponsors. Don't forget
Okay.
to follow them and use their services.
All right. Thank you. Muchas
Thank you,
gracias a
guys.
todos. No
Mwah.
se lo pierdan.
I wasn't there.